In 1951, Formula One was still new, the tracks were terrifying, the cars had no seatbelts, and one team looked unbeatable. Alfa Romeo had dominated Formula One since the beginning, but another team was rising fast, a small Italian team in red cars, Scuderia Ferrari. This was the season that changed Formula One forever. The season where Ferrari got its first ever Formula One victory. The season where Juan Manuel Fangio became world champion. And the season where dangerous tracks, brilliant drivers, and risky strategies created history. This is the full story of the 1951 Formula One season. The 1951 Formula One World Championship was only the second official F1 season ever. Back then, Formula One looked very different. Drivers wore simple helmets. Cars had huge engines but very little safety. Tracks were built on public roads through forests, villages, and mountains. One mistake could end a race instantly. The biggest team entering 1951 was Alfa Romeo. Their Alfa Romeo 159 was incredibly powerful, but it used a lot of fuel and destroyed tires quickly. Ferrari had a different idea. Their Ferrari 375 used a larger naturally aspirated engine. It was slower in some places but more reliable and fuel efficient. That difference would become very important later in the season. And leading the championship fight were two incredible drivers. For Alfa Romeo, Juan Manuel Fangio. For Ferrari, Alberto Ascari. The battle was ready to begin. The season opened in Switzerland at the terrifying Bremgarten circuit. This track was built through a forest. The roads were narrow, trees stood close to the track, and drivers raced at massive speeds with almost no protection. Rain made the circuit even more dangerous, but Fangio was unstoppable. He drove smoothly and confidently while other drivers struggled for grip. By the end of the race, Fangio won comfortably for Alfa Romeo. The message was clear. Alfa Romeo was still the king of Formula One, but Ferrari was already improving. The next championship race was something unusual, the Indianapolis 500 in America. At that time, the Indy 500 counted as a Formula One championship race. But there was one big problem. The American cars were completely different from European Formula One cars, so most European drivers did not even participate. American driver Lee Wallard won the race after surviving brutal heat and mechanical problems. Even though it felt separate from Formula One, it officially counted toward the championship. Then Formula One travelled to Belgium. The old Spa-Francorchamps circuit was one of the fastest and most dangerous tracks ever built. Cars blasted through forests and villages at terrifying speed. No runoff areas, no barriers, only courage. Ferrari looked stronger now, but Alfa Romeo still had the edge. Giuseppe Farina drove brilliantly and won for Alfa Romeo. But something important was changing. Ferrari was getting closer every race. The championship fight was becoming real. Then came one of the most important races of the season, the French Grand Prix at Reims. Reims was a very fast circuit made mostly of long straights. This race became famous because strategy played a huge role. Alfa Romeo's cars were fast, but thirsty. They needed more fuel stops. Ferrari's cars could run longer. During the race, Fangio pushed extremely hard. His teammate Luigi Fagioli later shared the car with him. Together, they won the race, and history was made. Fagioli became the oldest Formula One race winner ever, a record that still stands today. But Ferrari had shown something dangerous. They could now challenge Alfa Romeo on pure pace. The championship battle was alive. Then Formula One arrived at Silverstone, and this race changed Formula One forever. Ferrari finally had the speed to fight properly. Driving for Ferrari was Argentine driver José Froilán González. He was aggressive, fearless, and incredibly fast. From the beginning of the race, González attacked hard. Alfa Romeo tried to respond, but Ferrari was simply faster. Lap after lap, González stayed in control. Then the impossible happened. Ferrari defeated Alfa Romeo fairly. For the first time ever, Ferrari won a Formula One World Championship race. The Ferrari garage exploded with emotion. Enzo Ferrari said, "I felt like I had killed my mother." This was the beginning of Ferrari's Formula One legacy. Next came the Nürburgring, a terrifying track hidden in the German forests. Drivers called it the Green Hell. The circuit had over 170 corners. One small mistake could destroy a race instantly. The scale and danger were unlike anything else in the world. This time, Ferrari's Alberto Ascari dominated. Ascari drove with incredible precision and calmness. Ferrari won again, Now everybody understood something important. Silverstone was not luck. Ferrari was now a true championship contender. Then came Ferrari's home race at Monza. Thousands of Italian fans packed the circuit hoping for victory, and Ferrari delivered. Ascari drove beautifully, pushing his red car to the limit on the high-speed banking. He led the race from the front. Ascari won again. The crowd celebrated wildly. Ferrari had become Italy's national racing hero. The dream was becoming a reality. Meanwhile, Alfa Romeo started feeling pressure. For the first time, they looked vulnerable. The king was under threat. The championship would now be decided in Spain. Everything was on the line for the final battle of the 1951 season. The final race took place at Pedralbes in Spain. Everything was on the line. Fangio versus Ascari. Alfa Romeo versus Ferrari. During the race, Ferrari made a critical mistake. They chose the wrong tyre strategy. Their tyres wore out badly and forced extra stops. Fangio saw his chance. He drove one of the greatest races of his career. Fast, smooth, perfect, under pressure. When the race ended, Fangio crossed the line as winner and became the 1951 Formula One world champion. Alfa Romeo had won the title. But something bigger had changed. Ferrari was now the future of Formula One, and after the season ended, Alfa Romeo left Formula One completely. The 1951 Formula One season became one of the most important seasons in racing history. It gave Fangio his first championship, and it gave Ferrari its first victory. Back then, Formula One drivers raced without modern safety. No halo, no fireproof cockpits, only bravery, skill, and determination. And because of seasons like 1951, Formula One became the global sport we know today. The sport was entering a new era. Ferrari's rise had begun,